Our friends, welcome to the channel. Bob here. Sorry about that. I know it's normal on streams to have something at the beginning of the stream where there's something where there's nothing at the beginning of the stream. I don't normally have that though. But I was just like a stream of life. I'm washing a big pillow in the washing machine at the moment, and yeah, it's quite big and heavy. And my washing machine, it's a new washing machine. It's LG. I like it because it kind of plays music to tell me when things are alright and when things are not alright. And if you put something in that's too heavy when it's wet, it will tell you about it. And I thought I heard something, but I didn't. So forget that. It's not important. This is Dune Awakening. So I thought I'd do an hour or two of this today. Probably, I mean, for those interested, I could do an update, I guess, on the last video. I started off by building like some sort of like warehouse type structure for processing and crafting, and then I wanted my power supplies out of the way, my generators. I was going to do something with these so you couldn't see them, but I haven't done that because I'm lazy. And then I created some kind of random living area up here, which hasn't got much in it at the moment. It's got a good view, but yeah, you have to buy furniture schematics from vendors, and I just haven't bothered to do that. Hey Liz, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. There's big explosions going on outside. I'm not quite sure why that is. Just going to go and fill up my decaliter, John. I don't know how long these take to spawn. I'm sure someone hasn't been through here. There's no one here at the moment apart from me. You collect dew from the.
Identify yourself.
At night, you can collect dew from the plants that you can drink. And yeah, you can just, oops, if I had to fast run, you just carry it around with you and stuff if you want, and that kind of thing, in a little pouch to drink at some point. So I spent a fair bit of time. Oh, there's some up here. I spent a fair bit of time moving towards getting an ornithopter, which I've done. And then since I've got the ornithopter, I've been going around doing lots of questing and stuff. And that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm just kind of preparing myself to leave, really. What the hell? Mobs do some strange things, I have to say. Yeah, but anyway, I got myself an ornithopter, which just makes the game. So there's two game changers. One of them is the buggy, which I'll show you in a minute. Wow, this holds 10,000 ml of water. I didn't realise that. Okay, let's do that now then. Yeah, the buggy to use for gathering materials is a game changer. You can just get so many materials on a journey out. One thing to remember as well is if you ever play the game, you get these boxes of energy cells. And I found that if you use your buggy with its mining tool on those, you get hundreds of energy cells back. Yeah, the buggy, but then the ornithopter's been really good because it just means that you don't have to cross the desert, essentially. And you get everywhere much quicker. This is the only game I've played since I started playing it. I haven't gone anywhere else. I've been enjoying it that much. I would say that maybe the fun is starting to wane a little bit. A lot of the processes are quite repetitive. Even though the quests are different, generally the locations you're going to are very similar, etc. But I'm enjoying the questing still, and I'm going to go through and I guess probably finish all the quests, treat it like a role-playing game in that respect, and I think we're just going to go actually. And also probably move. I'm currently on. I'm currently in the aluminium age. I'll probably move up to, what's the next one? So there's two left. Duraluminum and plastanium. Which I think, I'm not sure if I'd go up to plastanium. I think that's the one that needs spice and whatnot. And I think getting spice as a solo player is probably not going to be that easy. So duraluminum I'll probably do up to, as well as doing all the quests. I have to say this is the one that I've stuck with the most. The survival crafting bit, I've done enough to allow me to progress the game, because there are certain things you need to craft and what have you to progress through, even through the story and the quests and stuff. So I don't know what I'm coming up there for. So I've kind of done that. I'm doing just enough basically to progress. So when you go, you need to keep your equipment up to date, otherwise you don't do enough damage, you take too much damage and all that sort of stuff. And there are certain things you need to build to progress the story, some parts of the story anyway. But this didn't really take me long. It was more focusing on the grind to getting an ornithopter. Let's have a look at our quest map. I can't do that one. Maybe I'll just go. Okay, I'm going to do these two quests because this is increasing my Harkonnen faction, and this is moving towards. This is moving towards increasing my Bene faction, so I can get better skills basically. So we will go. The interface can be a bit naff. Okay, that's Bene Gesserit advanced. I think we've got to go and read some. There's a worm somewhere. Going over there. Yeah, I must confess this. I didn't think I would give this game as long as I had done. I just thought if the sound might be too high, actually. Let me just turn it down a bit. If it's too low now, let me know. Once we can start gliding, I should quieten down a bit. Yeah, I was never a big survival game buff, but this one is the one that I've stuck with the longest. I think it's kind of like the immersion and the setting and stuff. I'm not a fan of the survival aspects of it particularly, but I've enjoyed, doing things in the world and whatnot. You do get a bit fed up with seeing sand after a while, I guess. It's just... A little tip is not to use your engines when you're flying. You just boost and then turn your boost off and you'll glide. The only time I use my engines really is for landing, which we're about to do now. Maybe over here. It's funny because the social aspect is quite weird. Like, I don't actually know. I think if you're in a guild, it's probably fine. But other than that, you don't really get... There's not really anything going on. You don't see many players. Maybe that's because of the... I'm not sure what the player limit is per server. I think I've already been here before, but there you go. Yeah, but to me, it generally feels like a single-player game for the most part. Apart from the occasional time where you might see someone, or Oh god, I must have been here for about 4 different quests. This location. Yeah, or you look at. Just kill those two. Yeah, or the annoying thing about the social aspect is you never see anyone particularly, but that might be because I play off peak. But also, but the issue is you just see everyone's buildings everywhere, and there are a lot of people that build in quite stupid locations, which can be quite frustrating. Is it worth picking up stuff from here? Oh yeah, I do need some of that material actually. Yeah, weirdly, I would say the weakest aspect has been just seeing other people's buildings because, I mean, I'm no good at buildings. I just built something that was square on purpose, But yeah, you kind of get that straight out of the Avatar vibe where you walk into a town and, it's not quite Christmas lights and snowmen and stuff, but yeah, they're odd. They're odd in that sense, MMOs, aren't they? Because some of them try to create a feeling of you being the hero. I mean, I don't think you're supposed to be like Moadib in this game. I don't think that's the thing. But it's just seeing the buildings. It's like if they had these things where you a bit like New World, I guess, where you had a line of what looked like buildings that fitted in with the environment, and you could hire. You bought one, and then you could do the interior, I guess. But then I suppose you wouldn't have the scope then for building and whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure it's just me. Most people, it doesn't bother most people. Slaughtering poor buggers and they can't even move. I think I said this in the other game, but sorry, in some other streams, but the combat's really not much to write home about. It's fairly basic. I think it's the New World scenario where it's got PvP, we've got a balanced PvP, so PvE is not particularly interesting. The Bene Gesserit seems like by far the most interesting. Maybe the sword one as well. I haven't opened that yet. I've got a quest to do it, but I haven't unlocked it yet. Where the hell am I going? Running around like a twat. I need to go down somewhere. It's below me. Oh, here we go. Down here. Now it's up. Holy smokes. Now it's down. So it's here somewhere on this level. But there's no level there. And the washing machine is now telling me that it's actually finished, so that's quite good. It did get to the end. Maybe I made a mistake there. Maybe I need to go down, then around, then up again. Yeah, I tried that one as well. Then was it Being Human or something or whatever it was called. I quite enjoyed it, despite its clear Korean-y kind of feeling roots. Um, I quite liked it actually. I thought the combat in it was better than this, but for whatever reason, I didn't really. I think I've been in here. I must have missed that. Okay. Ooh. Epic chest.
Mother, I am recording this message, which a kind member of this sage will send on to you by distance. We have arrived safely here at Mirzaba, the culmination of our personal hajra. Oh, Mother, the great rock is even more impressive than we were told. It looms above us in a most daunting way. Small wonder our ancestors named this rock after the iron hammer that crushes the souls of those who cannot answer the 7 mystic questions required for entry into paradise. Here in the shadow of Mirzaba, we will spend our hours in prayer and meditation, strengthening our faith. You and Father will be in my prayers daily. Like the bird that will carry this message, my thoughts fly across the sands to you. Your loving daughter, Kava.
Okay, it's done. Can we get out of here? No. I think like playing New World, playing this, playing something like The Division that I put quite a lot of hours in to a short time ago. Like these type of games are, I've kind of come up. These type of games are really my bag. Like I really like them, but they just make design decisions that just. I think. Well, I mean, when you look at what happens to the numbers, they make design decisions that just don't. It's almost. It's like anti-gaming. It's almost like that just eventually you just think, not why am I playing this, but there are decisions generally towards the end game that just make it more of a chore and a job than an actual game. And I understand, like, it must be difficult to design a game where I think we're probably going back to. I think we've got to go and turn in. We're going to go back to Riftwatch first. Then I've got to leave the map. You can actually leave the map and go to different locations. Although those locations are pretty static. They're not like new maps, particularly. Oh, come on, it's not that big. Yeah, it must be difficult to create an MMO where you give people like genuine good reasons to log in every day. But that's what they're paid for, you know. It's... And they never seem to recapture it in expansions as well. Like playing through the 2 expansions that New World have had, there's just something about them that just bugger. Something about them doesn't capture what the original game did, and so people drift back, but they don't stay for long. Yeah, I imagine. Oh, I can't bother to go to the crashed ship spawn. It must be difficult to find. It must be difficult to find. To create an MMO and to keep people logging in with meaningful content. But I mean, it can't be impossible. I mean, EverQuest did it, and other MMOs have done it, I guess. But I think that wasn't so much MMO activities. Like like live service activities that we have nowadays. That was more the gameplay was just so good that it never got too repetitive. I think that someone's built a base there with the Harkonnen. You can get a Harkonnen maps for your buildings. This looks like that's what I'm hoping I can unlock that as I go up the ranks, Harkonnen ranks. Yeah, but I mean, like, as I said, like playing Division, this New World and stuff. I do like these online MMO live service things, but where am I going? I don't need to go there, do I? Pretty sure. Oh, I do. Okay. I saw. Okay, second part of the quest. I thought I'd finished that quest and I'd turn it in, but no, there's a second part. So. But it's a different kind of enjoyment than getting the Never quest, or I guess like, you know, like Monsters and Memories. You know, it's different, slightly different style of MMO. I guess we've got to go up there. When I've recently returned to New World, just because I enjoy like running through the game every now and again, and it's pretty addictive. There's a sandstorm. Is not moving. Well, it is now. It kind of felt like that sandstorm just spawned in, maybe. Where am I going? I need to be up there. I think the sandstorm just spawned in. It's the running around, like, the world design is brilliant. Like running around the world, exploring. I mean, I've leveled about 4 characters now, I think, probably. But I always find new stuff when I'm exploring the world. It just triggers something, you know, that like mining ore, and you might get like a rare like a rare jewel or something, or opening a chest. It's all that. It's a game of dopamine hits, really. And it just triggers something. But I like the world as well. It's very immersive. I mean, the writing and the acting is absolute dog shit from a questing point of view, and it's riddled with modern, you know, modern audience crap that really does annoy me. But I think where are we? Okay, it's coming from that way. Okay. I was just thinking that maybe I need to find a cave. Not really. I'll probably hide here till it blows over. I don't think I'll take any damage here. We're kind of sheltered-ish. Yeah, but that's what it was with New World. It's running around, gathering, opening chests. I don't mind. The combat's better than this. You know, I don't mind the combat. Certain weapons, I really like the spear, and I like the great sword. I've been enjoying the blunderbuss as well. I think it's. You see so much stuff on New World, like on Discord and on the Reddit, saying, "Where's the game going? What's next for the game? What's gonna, you know, the game could be a lot more popular than it is. It's got a lot of potential, but it's not." And I personally, I don't think it's the whole thing, but personally, I don't think PvE/PvP games work in an MMO space. I just don't, because unless you can separate the two, so they're its own two things, I just don't think it works. It's just not. You know, a perfect game for me would be something like New World, and a lot of the systems and mechanics in the world, coupled with just better PvE combat, like EverQuest, for example. I mean, when they first started introducing new weapons to New World, there was 2 or 3 that I was really looking forward to. But when they came out, they were pretty disappointing because you realise that they've got to be balanced for PvP, which just makes them, which I think just intrinsically makes them less interesting in PvE, you know. And so I think after the Void Gauntlet came out, and it was just like damage, you know, just another weapon that just did damage with a bit of utility. I was like, oh, okay, well, I was hoping it was going to be like a summoned shadow pet, and you'd have mesmerizes and roots and whatever. But obviously, you know, my expectations there were too high because the storm's actually going. Oh no, I'm stuck behind a lamp. The storm's actually going the other way. Okay. I didn't get a warning actually. You get a warning when it's coming towards you, so I guess I should have known that wasn't happening. And like it was the same as well. My time playing The Division, again another kind of meme game really to a lot of people, but I loved it. Like running around a snowy cityscape and opening chests and killing mobs and finding loot and doing quests. I loved it. I got bored with that quicker, I would say, than any other game. Because at the end, the content is just go out and do these few activities and get a better gear score. That was basically what it came down to.
By the Maker, brother. Is it not just as the elders described it? A giant beast of rock, perched on the shield wall with a menacing scowl. Always we are forbidden to climb the Sentinel. Just focus on the trials and come home safely, they say. But I know they are secretly proud when we climb high on the beast's shoulders and leave our mark, just as many have done before. I have made my mark, little brother. But I will go one better and leave this recording for you to find when your time comes to face the trials of Akal.
Got a graphics card with 32 gigs of RAM, got everything turned up to max, and they still can't draw. I don't know why they're not drawing in properly, those rocks, nor those ones. There you go. So it seems as though we've got to make our way to the top of here. I was thinking about trying Division 2. I don't like the setting as much though. I think I like Division 1 because of the snowy biome thing, winter biome. But I might play through it at some point. This is a good world to be. This is a bit like New World though, although it's mostly brown. It is interesting, you know. Not all the time, but you are occasionally rewarded for exploring. Like getting to the top of the highest summit, you might find a recording or a body, some kind of. It's only like environmental storytelling, you know, but not. It's nothing drastic. But it's got a great immersive atmosphere. I like seeing the guild ship in the sky. Shame you can't go up there, but there you go. You get Harkonnen ships as well, I think, flying. I think Harkonnen ships, or maybe they're Imperial ones, I'm not sure. It'd be good if you could assault them and land on them or something. That'd be quite cool. Yeah. I think what I like about the games is that it does, like, although they've become like an absolute travesty, I'm a sucker for that Ubisoft gameplay loop. And these kind of MMOs kind of combine that with MMO mechanics, I guess. I think that's kind of why it hits my brain dopamine autism thing, whatever it is. Blimey, it really is right at the top, isn't it? I'm not sure if I've... what map are we on? Oh, it's actually the highest point. Okay. Let's have a look up here. Woohoo! Climbing is stamina based, so I don't want to have to climb up a great big wall. Okay. Ooh, where are you going? Okay, well. That's a great shot. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's exploring and finding things. I think. I mean, well, when UO first came out, there was this test you could take that kind of found out what type of MMO player are you, and definitely an explorer. I do like combat mechanics and stuff, but I think the problem is, unless it's like EverQuest, it's always pretty disappointing. So I don't really take too much notice of them. I mean, the combat in this game is just serviceable. But yeah, exploring, finding things, that's what I like doing. Oh shit. Get onto a flat surface. Big noob. Oh, now it's down. Okay, so we've come up too high. What the hell? Okay. Maybe there's an entrance around somewhere. I don't know. A load of rubbish. I think I made the mistake because we were following a path. Well, with EQ, it's more about the mechanics of combat and like faction interactions and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I mean, EverQuest is split up into zones. So it's not open world as such, but it's still very explorable, particularly dungeons. Like the dungeon design in EverQuest is second to none. Like no MMO has come close to it. I think I've said before, but like you go into an EverQuest dungeon and the way it's designed, mobs, level design, whatever, then you can have a different experience every single time you go in there. I think we're just going to go straight to the top. I think there was a bit I was following a path, and there were these etchings on the wall or whatever they were. But I think I've left them. So, oh, why am I getting chat coming up on the bloody screen? You never get chat. Okay, well, I think we're at the top. I think I've already surveyed this map. I think so. Yep. Okay, so now we need to find a way down, the entrance to the location that we need. Oh, there's a light that never goes out, I bet. That's interesting. Looks like the path goes up here. But the quest marker. Oh, okay. Ooh. Surely this can't be a... Oh, it is a camp. Ooh. That New World thing. What are you going to get? Is it going to be disappointing? Oh, I've got the stammer shot, a rare gun schematic that I can craft. Crashed ornithopter. Whoever got here, I guess they weren't stuck really, were they? Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, so you get rewarded for exploring like this. Pretty cool. I think the issue is that no one has managed to get right, I guess, what you would call, I don't like these buzz phrases and stuff, but I guess what you would call horizontal content, I suppose. No one's really got that correct or interesting enough to. Okay, so we're still too high. Oh, okay. No, we are. That wants to go back. That wants to go up again. Holy smokes. So it looked like it wanted me to hit a certain point before it triggered the next point. And it looks like it was in that location we were just in, but we just hadn't triggered the point. Most quests work out okay generally. You know, you like to get to this point however you want, and then it triggers it. But there you go. We've been here already. Now what? Okay. Honestly, I don't mind. I mean, I like in New World, and in to a lesser extent, but in the Division, I just like the idea of just getting a better gear score is fine. But it's all sorts of things really. Like you can get. I quite like the idea of AAs in EverQuest. So AAs as alternate advancement. You know, so once you got to max level, you could then the experience you could then put into different skills, making the skills you've got better, more potent, that kind of thing. It could be anything like crafting, even like chasing rares, that kind of thing. Going camp like EverQuest again. Weirdly, has got quite a lot of horizontal content, predominantly in the aspect of chasing rare items and stuff. But yeah, any of that kind of thing. I think the problem with what the Division had, for example, was in the Division you basically went out and you went round a route doing similar things once every 3 or 4 hours essentially, and it did just become repetitive. Okay, let's have some water. Ooh, ah. Oh, okay. So now I've got to go. Can I get my Ooh, don't know. No. I don't think so. I'm being very careful with my ornithopter with regards to, because you get wear and tear, you have to repair it, and eventually the parts wear out, you have to replace them. Although I could probably build another one much easier than I did before, I'm definitely playing it safe, treating it with kid gloves. It's not like a free fall though. That was a long way up. We drop in for tea. Right, okay. New World, to be fair, has got a fair amount of that sort of content when you get to end game. There's still not quite enough to keep someone going for long periods of time. Consistently, I guess I should say. No, I don't want that. Okay, so um, we're going to see Simone, who's a Harkonnen Harkonnen operative. She's basically, I'm not sure who voice acted her, but she's basically some almost like stereotype Nazi officer kind of thing. She's got what I assume is some over-the-top German accent, and she keeps calling you darling. It's, when I heard it, I kind of thought it must be just parody. You can't seriously have done it. I do like flying the old ornithopter though. A lot of these columns have got vast amounts of ore on them as well. Going to land up there and do a bit of you get worms sighted from your ship as well. You get worms sometimes, which is quite cool to see them coming right out of the looks like it's went to see 28 Years Later yesterday with my son. That was quite weird, quite odd. Yeah, still not quite sure what to make of it, other than the fact that it seemed to be quite poorly written and had lots of contrivances and plot things. Yeah, weird. I like the first kind of act or two was pretty good. It was a bit like a, I don't know, it's a bit like a Last of Us type vibe. You have to land in the right spot for these locations, because when you get too close to a certain point, it zones you into a different zone. It zones you into a different zone, and then you can't put your vehicle away. Yeah, 28 days is a classic. 28 weeks, not so much. 28 years, I'm not sure. As I said, I enjoyed the first couple of acts, but then it all went a bit. I mean, it's Alex Garland, you know. I mean, style over substance is his middle names. So I'm not too surprised, but yeah, it's one of those films where I guess you kind of wanted to enjoy it. You wanted to enjoy it more than you did. I guess that's why it's disappointing.
I heard a whisper you were headed my way. The Red Scorpion? Oh, yes. I have a dossier on him. Real name, Turgen Hoyer. A distressed little bird, recently caught in my web. Said he's holed up in desert testing station number 142.
Oh, not another desert. Holy smoke.
Mysterious cargo.
Okay.
Get the information by any means necessary.
Yeah, alright. If I had £1 for every time I entered an Imperial testing station to do a quest, I'd be a millionaire. How far away is it? Right over there. It's probably one we visited before as well. I think we must have visited everyone by now. Come on then. Why not? Ay, ay, ay. The thing is, as well, is that, like, you know, these things shouldn't be too surprising when you look at who's involved and where their brain is now. I mean, Danny Boyle's become like some kind of, like, you know, modern talking Hollywood kind of, oh, I wouldn't do Slumdog Millionaire now because it would be cultural appropriation. It's like, fucking smoke. That sort of shit doesn't even make any sense. It's like, okay, well, you're not a mum, so why have you got mums in your films? You're not a Scottish zombie survivalist, so why have you got them in your films? Why are you writing about anything other than some stupid old bloke, for that matter? Just absolute bollocks, that stuff. That's where we are. But in general, the performances were really good. I thought the boy was all right. The mum, she was pretty good, although I'm not sure she was directed particularly well. I mean, unless you'd seen it, you wouldn't really. I don't want to spoil anything. Oh, Mr. Fiennes at the end, he was good. I'm not sure about anyone else, but I spend a lot of my time watching, either repeat watching old films or watching films from like the 80s, 90s, maybe early 2000s that I just haven't seen before. It seems to be if you want to see a decent film, that seems to be the way to go. There are a lot. I'm not sure if there's always a lot, but there are a lot of horror films coming out soon. I guess because it was a horror film, we got all the horror trailers, and there's a lot of them coming out soon. Yeah, not sure if it's a bit of a thing again. It was a 15 that we were surprised at that as well. I mean, not because of what we think you should watch or whatever. I mean, I watched Evil Dead when I was, God knows, barely a teen, probably not. Yeah, Evil Dead, The Exorcist when I was barely a teen. So yeah, just more, more how you would expect them to censor stuff. I think are we too high? We might be. Yeah, there was a fair bit of blood and gore. Oh, there's birds down there. Huh. It's going to be a trilogy though, and really, I don't have any much hope for a trilogy, particularly when you look at who's directing I'm not sure about the third film, but the second film. It ends weird. I mean, the last two acts are weird, but it ends very strangely. I'm not quite sure what the idea was behind it. But yeah, it was very odd. I've got to watch a Buckaroo Banzai again. I saw a documentary thing on it on YouTube the other day, and it made me want to watch the film again. Oh, hello. think there are these things, if you do play the game, if you don't do much questing, then maybe you don't come to these testing locations that much. But I'm not sure if I've got any at the moment. When I pick some up, I'll show you. But there was a certain gatherable that became a bit of a roadblock for me for my crafting. And the only place you can get them generally are at these testing stations. But if you go through, is there a location up there? But if you go through the testing stations, just do some quests and stuff, then you end up picking up a load. I can't remember what they're called. I think it's particle capacitors or something. But we'll find a chest and there's some dude sitting down there. There was, wasn't there? Oh, he's gone. Oh, that was a bad miss.
Eyes on enemy. Someone's here. I've got your back.
Running out of stamina is really annoying. Oh, here we go. Yeah, these things. Particle capacitors. There's a certain point, I'm not sure if it was steel or aluminium, but there's a certain point where you need a load for crafting. But you get them here. Going back to the survival aspects, Liz, you were talking about earlier, they don't impact on the game too much, really, only at the beginning. Water is the big issue, but I haven't really had any water issues for a long time now, so...
Reveal yourself.
Dodged it.
Enemy sighted.
Blimey. Getting ganked there. Oh, that missed. Too slow.
Grenade out.
Although the Bene Gesserit skill tree is tied into daggers, I'd quite like to use the skills of a sword, actually. I need to unlock the sword master skills, I think. What am I here for? I'm here for something, aren't I? I think it was... is it? I'm searching for evidence. I think so, yeah. I'm sure I already shot that one. Ooh.
We've got incoming.
Yeah, so we was talking about New World earlier. This is what you get a lot of in New World as well, is just running around locations opening chests and stuff. New World's generally more interesting because, particularly before you get to end game, there's just a higher chance of you getting something that's more useful to you. I think they recently changed it as well, so when you open up a chest in New World, you the chance, the thing that you get from the chest, whether it's armor, weapons, whatever, is geared towards what you're already wearing, so you can kind of game it a bit, you know. What? Ooh. Well, I say that's the first time I've ever seen that. And this is a fairly low-level location as well, I think. Let's drop shit that we don't need. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need any of these, really. Oh, there was like a, I wouldn't call it a trailer, but they had like a Superman thing as well. Holy shit, that looks terrible. What have they done? Some of these special effects look AI-ish. It's really bad. Who's firing? Shits are firing shield penetrating darts. In fact, these places are the few times where you notice there might be other players around, because you'll find that these bases are cleared out occasionally. Someone's just been through ahead of you. One of the big mistakes that the New World made, and I still can't believe they haven't changed it, despite all of what they call quality of life changes that people talk about. You still can't go into a dungeon on your own. I literally have never seen anything so stupid in an MMO in my life. Like, who would ever design it that way? So you can't just go, okay, I'm just going to go into this. I mean, that would increase the longevity of the game by a lot. But I'm just going to pop into this dungeon and, you know, faff about. It's crazy. I guess it's like it's a modern MMO thing, maybe. I don't know. Ooh, loads of water. Yeah, you can get a lot of water here as well, in these testing stations. Still over that, long way over that way. I guess it's put the quest thing at the. Oh, maybe I've come the wrong way. Do I want to backtrack? Don't know. Let's see if there's an end point. Yeah, I think we've probably got to come right around, actually. Nope.
There's someone here. I require
was interesting. One shot that one, but not that one. There are lots of locations like this in the game to explore, and the higher level zones you go to, the bigger they get, more complex they get. I think they're all hand created as well. Oops.
Over the last year, we have confirmed that quakes are quite common, as we assumed would be the case given the Horst and Graben landscape present in the region. I am confident that deeper, more extensive grabens exist beyond the confines of the shield wall, but these have long since filled with dust and sand.
Smoke.
Dr. Ehlers, over at the Sandworm Research Facility, believes that
I missed the first one, didn't I?
may serve as breeding grounds for sandworms large enough to dwarf the specimens found here in the Erg. Terrifying prospect indeed. Turning to the potential for volcanic activity.
Shields on!
I'm up here. Oh, I've unlocked Super Saiyan mode as well, where you use spice to enhance your abilities. And you get this spice food and drink that you use to increase your spice level again once you've used it. You can't. What I found weird is I wasn't able to turn it off. So you turn it on, but that's kind of it. You just keep it on until it runs out, which yeah, seems a bit weird. Oh, hello. Some of the range mobs have a weakness in that they shoot you from a distance and their shields go down, but they don't hit you, so... Wow, this is a massive dungeon area. Okay.
Who's there? They're here!
This is not the entrance, no. I thought I'd come around in a circle, but I haven't. I think we need to go up here.
Shields up!
Oh, lol. Sniped him before he sniped me. Shielded dudes just hanging around. I wonder if I can get this one to shoot from up there at me. Yeah, but he moved out of the way. Come on, round here. Wow. Terrible blocking. Oh, come on, block, you twat. Jesus. Oh, there's a sniper over there. Dudes. Oh, this is a named dude, I think.
Eyes on target.
Not anymore, he's not. My gun's got a poison dot thing on it. Doesn't do a lot of damage. I might spec out a bit actually, or change the weapon. I quite enjoyed using shotgun. You can get like a shotgun type that's got penetrating. Oops. Ah,
Sandflies, to arms.
did change to my dagger. So where did I kill the named guy? Maybe he wasn't part of the... I guess where the head is.
Reloading.
Okay. Got it. This Red Scorpion guy, I think he's been part of the main quest and a side quest now for ages. I still haven't found the guy. Anyway, we can head back to Simone. What I like, I think it's oh, look at that. Oh, we got a rare Reaper, the Buoyant Reaper. We picked up a few rares there actually. Got some spiced aluminium. The dungeons are generally well designed in a sense that, like there, I literally just went round in a massive loop. and came out again at the beginning, which is I like that. Oh. Okay. I tried to focus on like 1 or 2 quests at a time, because what happens is you get the quests are not like a lot of the side quests you do are just like fluff, really. I do still like to get some immersion from them. But if you go around like just going to each quest marker and doing the quest, you end up not really, you know, why am I here again? So I try to stick with 1 or 2 quests at a time. I started reading the book again as well as I've been playing through.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm.
Oh, what? Oh dear. Oh dear. I think I'll probably just land. Very protective of my ornithopter, as I've said. Definitely don't want it to definitely don't want there to be any issues.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
I'm sure I've said this before, but I like looking on the map and watching the sandstorm coming in. I like the fact the sandstorm's got its own icon. That's cool.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Also, this Coriolis storm that's going to come in 6 hours, they've got like different maps that they rotate. I'm not sure if it's just the deep desert or not, but they've got these different maps that they rotate. And this storm comes in once a week, and once it's gone through, it kind of changes the map, essentially. So things spawn in different locations and whatnot and stuff. And that's quite interesting. I quite like that dynamic kind of world thing. Oh, what the hell was that? There it goes. Nope. I've cleared that base out. Oh, come on now. Oh, shit. Yes, a tip I got from the internet is when you get If you want to move forward, then turn your engine off. Use thrusters to get some altitude, and then you can just glide, save on energy and whatever. Should be going down though to pick up speed, really. I have to say, it's fair to say that I have seen some pretty amazing builds though, people creating bases. What we'll do next is we'll go off map. You go off map, and there's these, as I said, there are these other locations that I'm actually a terrible driver in real life as well, to a point where I don't drive. So that probably there's something. I haven't done too bad actually. Like generally, controlling vehicles in games is something I'm not a massive fan of, but I do. The ornithopter just feels really nice too.
I heard a whisper you were headed my way. That missing canister sounds promising. Let's see your report. Interesting. They have notations of payments made and a delivery to the Stone Sentinel. Very good.
Tell me about yourself.
Trying to dissect me with questions, darling.
Can we romance them? I don't think so.
What would you like to ask? And the Harkonnen are all grotesque, fleshy gargoyles perched upon the monolith of their own self-involvement. Yes, a girl must work. There are opportunities to be had and skills to be honed in their toxic society. Now, is there anything else you would like to know?
Not really. What's our next quest?
I heard a whisper you were headed my way. We need to act fast. Get to the Stone Sentinel immediately and bring me back information on the canister.
We literally just came from there. Simone,
Consider
what the
this
fuck?
Me cultivating you for bigger things. See this?
Hey, please go back here again. Fuck off. So many, you get so many skills. You go up in so many. You go up in levels really quickly and get so many skill points. I'm at level 120. I've got 76 unassigned skill points, mostly because I need to unlock trainers to further increase skills. But yeah, it's let's go and see the Benny Hill trainer. Let's do her quest line for a bit. I'll show you the off-map thing. Whee! So we need to go east. You have to fly to the edge of the map and to leave the zone. And so the first time I did it, you can actually just crash into the wall and dive down. Luckily, it starts the loading process before you hit the ground. But I thought that was it's pretty weird. So I think they were in Harco Village. Oh god, I can't remember. I think it was the one to the south, actually. Oops, don't do that. Yeah, I think it's Harco Village, actually. What there doesn't seem to be, but there was you when I first came. I'm not sure if they removed it, but when I first came into this map. there was a fuel and a water gauge, and if you stopped at like these things, for example, it filled it up for you. But oh yeah, there it is. Look, it's on the. It's actually on the icon. It's a blue for water, yellow for fuel. I thought it was over. I thought it was a different part of the UI. Obviously not. Jesus Christ, what a spaz. Okay. You can reach these You can only reach these locations with an ornithopter or by speaking to this person who will fly you there backwards and forwards. It costs a lot though. Lots of people just hanging around and being tortured here, which is yeah, all good. You can only see these Harkonnens lying around on the rugs and stuff and just chilling out. A bit of opium pipe thing going on there by the looks of it. You've got music playing as well. What do they sell?
Welcome to Hanovars. Follow 3 simple rules. Rule number 1. We maintain you must stay within your own designated cast area. This rule is for your own. Rule number 2. Rule number 3. I'm Anushka Hanovar.
Don't care about
This is my
rules.
place.
Oh, they sell melanged food. Fair enough. Oh. Oh, I got a Geedy Prime casual shirt. Oh man, I should get that at some point. Just hang around the bar. I like the Harkonnens. Proper goth they are.
You're back.
Get the job done. Oh, no one.
I'll be the judge of that. Let's see what you found. Good work. These genealogical records go a long way towards supporting my theories. Any idea or concept that challenges any core belief is not welcome, no matter how valid and well proven it may be.
I guess it might be for law reasons, but all of the trainers that I've met so far, like even the advanced ones, are outcasts. I guess with Bene Gesserit and Mentat kind of makes sense, maybe, but...
That is precisely what we are trying to find out. Very well. I have analyzed the holy texts you recovered in detail, and the genealogical data is relevant to my research. However, the primary revelation is evidence of Missionaria Protectiva influence more than 700 years before the official records date.
I kind of want to be rude, but let's go for
It's
that
the
one.
Bene Gesserit's way of asserting control over a primitive world, by seeding their culture with myths, superstitions, and prophecies. When this seeding takes hold, sisters can position themselves as guides, protectors, or other leaders fitting prophecy. Of course, it's the same prophecy the Sisterhood conveniently engineered themselves.
This is quite big in the book, but I don't think they cover it in any great detail in any of the films, I don't think. Certainly not in the first film that much. The original, the 80s one or whatever, but this maybe in the first film of the modern ones, but...
Unfortunately, the holy texts you recovered are incomplete. I need you to track down more evidence of the Sisterhood's
Are you going to send me
work.
somewhere I've already
While
been?
most of it was lost in the Purge, the texts you recovered give me hope that some fragments will have... Find them for me.
Oh, hang on. Did I just say that I've unlocked level 2 skills? Oh, cool. I can now... Oh, I can upgrade my skills. Oh, you can't upgrade that anymore. That's annoying. Oh, okay. Dash I'm not really using. Voice training. Let's do voice training. We might as well do all of these. Got so many points. It just doesn't matter, does it really? What is that? That's from a different skill tree. Oh, sun tolerance. Skills. Just get it all. Just get it all. Some of these are only really any good for PvP, I think, probably. Can't unlock that yet. Okay, so we unlocked level 2 Bene. There's an Atreides city as well. Obviously, I don't know if there's anything else to just randomly discover though. It's a big map, but no, I think there's only Arrakeen. It's probably the only. There's Arrakeen. It's probably the only other place to discover. It'd be interesting if there's some stuff on the map you could just go around and randomly discover. Down here. Let's go down here. Oh no, dead end. Okay. You have to wait on them a bit before the refueling goes. I think these two stats are separate from your main water and energy stats. I don't think they're related to when you go back into the basin, it puts you on the ground. So you're outside your ship and the ship's on the ground and you've got like worm sign, so you kind of have to go get into your ship pretty quickly. Woo! Oh yeah, a worm there coming to get me. Might be good to see a worm come up there, but doesn't look like it. There's a lot of people complaining about the deep desert at the moment. The PvP just seems trash. There was like a meta thing where basically, well, I don't think there's any ground combat at the moment. It was all in ornithopters. But you could run your ornithopter into people and just kill them if they were on the ground. People getting like ganged by loads of ornithopters and stuff. Usual crap that you expect certain people from a PvP population to get involved in. Which is why PvP generally dies in these games, apart from a few who, yeah. There's one zone I haven't unlocked yet. Apparently it's irradiated. Sounds a bit Fallouty. I can make myself a radiation suit though, so I probably need to do that and go and have a look. I have no idea what's there. These are the crash ships that are PvP only areas. There's a few of them dotted around. I think there's one in each zone. The issue some people might have is that it sends you to one or two of them for main quests and stuff, which seems a bit odd considering they said that PvP was optional. I guess it's optional whether to do the main quest or not, but you know. I'm assuming most people want to do it. So is this another one of those testing stations? I think it might be. I think this is PvP as well. It changes you into a PvP zone, as it were. That's interesting. Okay. I think I've been here before, but oops. Great parking there. Your shields go down momentarily when you shoot as well, so. Yeah, blew themselves up there. missed that one, was it? Oh yeah, chests. Oh, block. For God's sake. I was going to try that Chrono Odyssey, but it seems as though it's turned out to be a bit of a disaster so far. People were saying it was going to be a bit like New World, like the Korean New World kind of thing, but yeah. Flame doesn't. I've got like a mez spell. Yeah, it's a shame that. I was looking forward to giving that a go. I might still look at it. I think it was only beta testing, but it does look a bit rough at the moment. Oh, it needs to go right up there. Maybe. Hey. Oh man. Where did they go? Where is that? Up there. Oh, I see.
I need help.
Oops, I missed. Weirdly, it seemed as though all the bandits and all of the factions in all the game only employ women fighters, which I thought was quite odd. Loads more chests. Ooh. Blood Extractor Mark 4, that's hardcore. I don't use it anymore though. Blood Extractor was like great for water early on. But yeah, I just don't need it. I'm not full up, hang on. Oh, okay. We don't need that, we don't need that. I think that's my one, yeah, we don't need that. Take that. Take the food. Okay, as you noticed, a lot of the quests are go here, collect this, come back again, which is what's happened here. Let's go further into the temple, or whatever it is. Is that a miss? Looks like it. Oh wow. Okay. Ah, how do I keep missing that first shot? I think I'm probably going to need to make the move up to the next, the one before last tier of materials, I think, to build stuff with. Oh, hello. Oh.
Shields up!
Is that it? I think so. I guess what we could do while we're here is what was the the Chris knife. I wonder if you can make your own Chris knife at some point. Yeah, so this quest here wants me to go to this PvP location. So we've got two quests to turn, haven't we? We've got Simone and the Bene Hill one. Yeah. See how she's looking. It's the wings that wear out the quickest. They do last a long time though. It's not. It's not. I mean, this is the first one I've built and I'm still using it. So it's not like you're having to build a new. I'm out of ammo. You have to build a new one. You know, every. So this is a player base down there. which I think is built out of this different skin. It must be the Harkonnen skin. But I like when someone kind of builds it on a rock face there. Oh, bugger. No notice there. Yeah, I like it when someone builds it on a rock face like that. It looks quite imposing when you're looking up at it. But most, I guess I've done really. just put it anywhere. If I unlock the Harkonnen skin, base skin, then I might build a final base somewhere. I'm not sure if you can. I don't know if you can build in the deep desert. Maybe, I'm not sure. Maybe somewhere near it. No idea. Oh, look at that! Little outcropping at the top there. Ooh. Oh, that was well missed. Apparently you're allowed to block off bits unless it's game breaking. Yeah, Dev said that people were complaining that because people were blocking off routes through. They can't block you off completely because I guess you can just jump or fly over it. But if you're in a vehicle, you couldn't get in it. You couldn't get there. But yeah, apparently you can do that. It's fine as long as it's not busting something. Always a little. There seems to be lots of little sites and stuff in. This is probably one of those tops that's got some, yeah, gatherables on. Oh, there's a chest as well. Nope, not happy with that. So this needs to be one that's got something, a chance of having something rarer in, but obviously it hasn't. It's got more stuff, but not rare. No, actually. Just park here, can't we? And, jump down. Oh, we're going to land right on her. I think. Almost. Oh, who are these dudes? There's lots of other different guilds as well, obviously from the books, whatever. But I'm not sure if you can join them or not.
I heard a whisper you were headed my way. I'll take a look at what you have. That falls in line with the Sandfly's illegal spice trade. Disappointing. I was hoping for something stranger. Still, we should test that sample. I'm a frightful genetic concoction of the Bene, taking the standard mentat in directions some might find disturbing. Peter underestimates me for being a normal mentat, his one blind spot. Mad geneticists may not have tinkered with me, but I can be quite twisted. While I'm loath to share recognition, I won't make the same mistakes as Maxim. You are an asset worth cultivating. Peter cultivates me as a trick up his sleeve should the Baron no longer require him. Perhaps you'll be a trick up my sleeve against Peter. And even if not, you've proven yourself to be a valuable asset in my devious trade. Tell him we're hot on the trail of Skorda. However, I would advise you to be strategic in what information you give him regarding the tainted spice. I leave that to your judgment. Consider it a test, or don't. Also, Peter has the most incisive mind I've encountered. His eyes, ears, and mind are like scalpels.
So we're gonna meet Peter. It's interesting that they left out Paul, but all the other characters are in. I love the architecture. I hope you can build some of this kind of stuff. So where is he? Is he off? I guess he's probably going to be off. Is it Harco Village, maybe? The Mentat skill tree was really disappointing. I was hoping it'd be a lot more interesting. Okay, so where do we meet? Where do we meet? Okay, doesn't tell me where to go, so I'm assuming it must be in the Harco Village. Yeah, this is the part of the map that I haven't been to yet. It's irradiated. Okay, yeah, so he's not here, so we must have to go back to... We've got to go back there anyway. Much preferred Peter in the old film. The actor that played him. What was his name? Is it not Brad? Was it Brad something? Can't remember his name. That's weird. I'm in the correct zone, but it won't let me replace my ship. Jeez. You can go all the way down there. It's a long way down. Just remember, I can't use my skills here either. Jesus. Zeus. So there's a player base there. They've built right near the... Some people are very good at designing bases and stuff. There you go, look. Hit the wall. Weird. You thought it had a thing where you kind of just fly through and then it goes on to the loading screen. He wouldn't be here, would he? I don't think. I'm not quite sure what they've story stuff they've done so that he's assuming I'm in the right place.
What do you have for me?
Oh, he's just hanging around.
Yes, enough about you. Tell me about this fascinating investigation the two of you are conducting. I've read the reports. Tell me a hasty promise. I'll hold you to it. And what of this mystery substance he's involved with? Have you learned anything regarding it? Really? That is what you'd like me to believe? Go on then. What else can you tell me? Thrill me with something amazing. Such slavering loyalty. What else?
Oh. That's obvious though, isn't it? I can't remember the conversation we had with her. Does she? I've got no idea. Actually, maybe I'm just being, you know, I'm making it up.
Of course she does. We've made dozens of plots to ruin the other. Yet here we both stand. If neither of us plots your ruin soon, you'll have my permission to take it as a personal slight. This conversation has run its course. Return to Simone, tell her I want that substance and its analysis as soon as it is available. Be advised, I already know the truth to answers you gave. I always know. Look over your shoulder. Leave the light on. Sleep tight.
I'm not sure, but that actor it sounds like, what's his name? Who's the actor who played Brian in Spaced? I can't remember his name. Sounds like him. Oh no, hang on. So we came all this way to talk to him for little to no gain, really. I can't remember. Did we get the next Bene Gesserit stuff? I think we did, didn't we?
You're back.
No, we didn't. Okay, but we did. That would have been, that's a inefficient. I hate being inefficient. Okay, guys. Well, I think I'm going to call it there. I'll think about lunch. I see I like McDonald's name. I quite fancy McDonald's. They've got a new one, haven't they? A new burger in the UK anyway. It's called the Arch. It's probably not new anywhere else, but there you go. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Whatever it is you're doing, and I'll speak to you again soon. I'm not quite sure. I mean, I'm still playing this at the moment, so you know. As far as traditional videos go, I don't know. I was kind of getting back into P99, but then that stopped for this. So, yeah, I don't know. Anyway,